Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, I'm JTP and welcome back to Let's Talk. We've had a couple of weeks break because I hadn't had chance to record another Let's Talk because I've been away, I've been out of the country, I've been very busy, I've got my exams coming up, so forgive me if I miss a Let's Talk every now and then. But it's here today and I thought instead of having a shooter in the background, why not have a bit of a car/sports game and have a bit of Rocket League on there. Haven't played Rocket League in a while, so it should be quite cool to get back into it. Okay, so on to the main topic of today. Of course, Let's Talk isn't about the games, it's about the talk topic. That makes sense. And today we're going to talk about copyright on YouTube, because no matter how big or small you are on YouTube, copyright will affect you at some point, and it is affecting a lot of people, especially big YouTubers at the moment, due to copyright not really being very well enforced on YouTube, and I'm going to explain that later. But first of all, if you're new on YouTube or don't do a YouTube channel yourself and you're just here for the entertainment value, I'm going to tell you exactly what copyright is. So copyright is a law that allows content creators to keep their content from being stolen. So say I make a video that's completely original, everything in that video is made by me. By law, I own that. However, if someone records it and puts it on their channel and claims it as their own, or steals it in any other way, that is against the copyright law, and you can get into lawsuits about that. You can sue, not normally on YouTube videos, normally on like a large-scale like, movie point of view. There could be large-scale lawsuits, but on YouTube normally you get a copyright strike and then maybe get banned if you continue doing it. So here's the problem on YouTube at the moment. At the moment, you're able to make copyright claims on a video. So say someone used my video on their channel, I could go onto that channel and I could claim that video as my own, because that's what I made that, so it is my own content. I put hard work into that, so I'm going to claim it as my own and reap all the reward and profit that that video gets. So I can go on their channel and I can claim that video as my own. That means that all money that's made on that video will go to me. Obviously, I'm a small channel, so it doesn't really affect me much because I'm not earning that much money off YouTube anyway. But this especially affects the large channels, because what people do is they go online and they claim videos that aren't theirs, but they can claim them as their own, and then there isn't much the content creator can do unless they have hard proof that it is theirs. There's not much they can do. This is the problem with copyright on YouTube at the moment, because people are doing this to get easy money. You know, they can go on a video, they can claim it as their own, and that way any money that is received from that video goes to them, where it's false copyright claims. But it's affecting large YouTubers especially, because they're getting the most profit out of their videos, and a lot of YouTubers that do it as a job. If someone goes and takes that one video down, that is quite a lot of money lost. And if it's their job, that's what they live off, that's going to cause really big problems. Now at the moment YouTube's changing a lot, and there's a lot going on with the updates, and I know copyright isn't at the top of Google's list of things to fix, but they are going to have to look at it eventually, because the copyright issue on YouTube at the moment is pretty damn bad, and even small adjustments, I don't know how they could do it. Obviously hiring more people to go through the copyright claims, because at the moment what you can do is, if somebody claimed my video, I could dispute it, and if you can dispute it once, and if they agree, then you get your video back up, but if they don't agree, then you can go and dispute it again. And I think there's 3 different stages you have to go through. I'm not quite sure, because I've never filed a dispute, because I have got many copyright claims in the past. Not loads, but I have got a few copyright claims in the past, and normally it's because I have put copyrighted music in there or something. And, you know, I'm not making any money off of YouTube at the moment, so I'm not really fussed. It makes the video look good, and whoever owns that can happily have whatever money the video gets. I don't really care. If I ever get to the point where it's my job, then I will start looking for more original music, copyright-free music, so that I don't get copyright strikes, because that's when it will matter. But at the moment, if I'm using copyrighted music, which isn't often, but every now and then I do, whoever owns it can have whatever money, because I don't really care. But filing dispute, I think, goes through 3 stages, and If they agree and it says, yeah, okay, this was a false copyright claim, then your video will just go up and you can monetize it as normal. If not, then it may be blocked in some countries, it may be blocked entirely, or it may be just monetized by someone else. So Google do need to sort that out, and I know that is on their list of things to do, but it's not a high priority, so for now we're just going to have to deal with it. This leads me on to another thing that a lot of people ask when talking about copyright. Common question is, how come some games are okay with being published online and some aren't? So, for instance, I know that Ubisoft are perfectly happy with YouTubers putting their product up online, like Far Cry Primal, Assassin's Creed, anything like that. Anything Ubisoft make, that perfectly happy to have online. It's because they recognise that YouTubers are literally giving Ubisoft free advertisement. Ubisoft don't have to pay these guys to do it. They bought the game, so they've spent money, given money to Ubisoft, and now they're giving Ubisoft free advertisement. Now, you can't get much better than that, I don't think. And Ubisoft and many other gaming companies have recognised this as a good thing. As, you know, they're getting free advertisement, these people have bought the game anyway, and if they try and prioritise YouTubers a lot, especially the big ones, because if they can get their game out there, then it's going to get them a lot more sales in the long run. However, companies like Nintendo don't recognise this, and you know what, they can do whatever they want, you know, I'm not in charge of the company, they've clearly got their reasoning behind it. However, they don't allow any sort of copyright, or any sort of their game on the internet, really. Like, if you ever record Nintendo games and put them up online, it's going to be incredibly difficult to put them up without getting any sort of copyright strike, because the copyright on Nintendo is so strict that you can have a couple of seconds of music in there, just in the background, or, you know, Mario doing his thing on Mario Maker, and you'll get copyright strike for that, because Nintendo are incredibly strict on their copyright and don't like people making content on their games, really. Which is fair enough. It's just the fact that Nintendo could be getting a lot of free advertisement out of this, and especially as Mario's one of the longest selling games out there, they could be getting a lot of free advertisement out of this, but, you know, they don't. So you have to be careful of which games you do put online, and that's why before you play a game and put it up online, you always got to read the terms and conditions. It will say somewhere in there whether you're able to put stuff up or not, and your limits. So always read terms and conditions, even if you just skim through it to the copyright. That is the most important thing, because if you get copyright strikes on your channel, that's going to really affect you in the long run. You want to keep your channel good standing to actually get anywhere. Because if it's still good standing, people may come to you in the future and ask to do sponsorships or anything like that, or advertising or anything like that. But if your channel isn't good standing, it's not going to look good on people who want to maybe hire you for a bit of extra work, which, of course, if you want to make YouTube your full-time thing, is going to be really, really important to you. So what should I think should be done to really make this copyright issue decline, and rapidly and fast? I personally think they should be hiring more people within the team to go through the copyright disputes. There are millions and millions and millions each day, and obviously that's going to be incredibly difficult to get through. And I know that the more people there are to hire, the more money that Google's going to lose. But let's face it, Google can stand to hire a few extra people to go through copyright claims, because there's such a multi-million, billion even dollar company that I think they should be making copyright claims a lot more of a priority, because this is affecting people's lives, especially people who work in the field of YouTube. It's affecting them directly, and they're possibly losing a lot of money for it. So I think Google should really be prioritizing the people on YouTube, because YouTube wouldn't be a thing without these people, if you know what I mean. I don't think Google or YouTube really prioritize their users as much as they should, in the sense that the YouTubers on here that are providing free entertainment, free advertisement, and really getting the site out there and making YouTube a lot of money need to be looked after firsthand. If they're losing money on videos, then Google and YouTube need to look at that, because that's going to make maybe some of the channels shut down, maybe some people deter from YouTube, and that's not what they want. They're running a company, you know, they're running a business, they need as many people on the site as possible. But at the same time, they don't really need to worry about that because there's billions of people on YouTube now. But I really do think they need to make a copyright a priority because they need to make it fair. Even things within the fair use policy, which is, say I was doing a face cam right now and I was wearing a Lord of the Rings shirt. That isn't copyright because I've bought the t-shirt and I'm using it as the product was meant to be used. I'm wearing it in public as it was meant to be used, as it was manufactured to be. So that is within the fair use policy. You can wear t-shirts and things like that because that's absolutely fair, you know. You can't stop someone from wearing a t-shirt in a video if they want to. So I really think they should look over the fair use policy again because there are many things in there that at the moment on YouTube class as copyrighted content. And if they just looked over that and put some more time and effort into perfecting the copyright system on YouTube, it would really help people out. But of course, we can't get rid of the copyright system on YouTube because that would screw everything up. Everyone would be using everyone's content and everything would go to hell. Like, it takes a long time to make a good video. And to see anything like that claimed by someone else falsely is a real punch to the nads because you've put all that time and effort into that and then someone just comes along and takes it as their own, you know. So the copyright policy, the copyright law, so the copyright law is really, really important for users, but they do need to finite it and perfect it because although it's keeping users' content safe, it does cause quite a few issues for the content creators as well. That's all I have to say on copyright this week. This topic was kind of a spontaneous topic. I watched a YouTuber called Bathias. He did ask like a Q&A on it, and I decided to say my thoughts because he's a very big channel, and maybe to get a smaller channel's view on it, you get a different perspective. As I say, it doesn't really affect me much. However, Bathias is doing it as a full-time job, so it's going to affect him a lot more. So he has a lot more to say on it, and he's a lot more experienced in it. He actually did a couple of courses, so I'll link that video in the description down below if you're actually interested in learning a bit more about copyright. It is very important if you're starting a YouTube channel. It is very important, incredibly important. I cannot stress how important copyright is because it's such a highly enforced law and it can lead to so many problems. You really need to know what copyright is and how to avoid getting copyright strikes before you start uploading any videos at all. So could put in the comments down below, what do you think of the current copyright system on YouTube, and does it need to be improved? If so, what do you think should be improved about the copyright system? I don't think YouTube are going to do much about it until the users actually start kicking up a fuss about it. If the YouTubers and users start kicking up a fuss, then they'll wake up and go, ha, maybe we need to fix this before we start changing the layout on YouTube again, as they've done about 3 times in the last year, and I keep getting confused. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, share and subscribe. It helps you out a bunch. Next week, I'm probably going to do the big one. Actually, no, I might wait until episode 10. I don't know what's coming next week. If you've got any ideas as what to do next week, put in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your ideas, and I will choose one of your ideas for next week. So thank you very much, and until next time, I shall say goodbye. Either way, I don't know whether you think it's worrying or not. I think it's fairly worrying because 8-year-olds shouldn't be playing games like GTA. I mean, I know gamers getting younger, but they should be playing something like Minecraft, something nice, like